Hello and welcome to this video where I'm going to show you how to do unlimited audio to text conversion. That is, if you've got an MP4 file that's got a whole bunch of speaking in it, you can get a transcription, so a text transcription from that file without having to subscribe to any cloud-based service or upload to somewhere like YouTube, which may process that for you. This is all offline. This is all something you can do on a home computer, and it works really well. So it has multiple applications. For me, I want to be using it to, before I upload a video to YouTube, I want to be able to extract the transcript and have that to be able to edit that offline before doing anything with the YouTube video. Lots of potential for me in terms of being able to use that text to form the basis of a blog post. So as part of a broader content creation strategy, you may have different use cases, but that's one that's relevant to me. So the way you do that is to install an application called Whishper. Now Whishper is based on OpenAI's Whisper. Very easy for me to say. So OpenAI, the geniuses behind ChatGPT, have trained a model which enables the transcription of audio into text using speech recognition. What you can see there, it's trained on over 680,000 hours of speech. So it's trained this AI model to be able to recognize what English looks and sounds like and turn it back into text. So you can leverage that power. Now, Whishper is a local installation of that. It's open source. It's something you can run on your own computer. The only thing that you need to be able to do that is a little bit of technical know-how, which I'm going to walk you through right now. And also, before you can install Whishper, you will need Docker desktop installed on your computer. So I've got Docker running here. I've got no containers running at the moment. Everything's stopped. I've got some instructions here on how to install. I personally find the automated version troublesome, should I say the least. So I've had some issues with that. So rather than do that, I'm going to go down to the manual steps and do each of these in order. So, okay. So I'm going to, first off, before I do anything, I'm going to create a folder called Whishper. So and then I'm going to enter into that folder. Empty folder. Okay. So then I'm going to do the first command, which is pulling down the Docker Compose file. Right, so let's just check that that's in there. Yes, so now I've got the Docker Compose file. I'm just going to do these one line at a time, and just so I can see it's functioning. And this is the example.env file that's going to download for me. So no, I don't know. Let's just get the config file. Okay, so we've got some files in there now. I'm not going to make any changes to the .env file, but I'm going to create cache, and I'm going to set the permissions on that folder. I might need to elevate, so do that under sudo. So that should have set the permissions. Because when I first attempted it, it said the operation is not permitted. So hopefully that's done that. And then I can run the docker pull command. Which will pull, that's pulled the containers for Whishper. You can see, not only is it pulled the container, it's actually started the container as well. So the application should be looking to run. So let's go and grab the URL. So it's installed at localhost on port 8082, and I can test this out now just by doing a new transcription. I've actually got a very basic MP4. It's got a few lines of me speaking. I'm going to open that up. Now the model that you need to choose is tiny, and the language I'm going to use, because I know it's in English, I'm going to pick EM. And the device is CPU, and it not worked. Right, so I was having trouble doing my first transcription, and it occurred to me that if I start and stop the container, that would reset everything for me. So that's what I've just done there. And yes, you may find that it's going to take a little bit of jiggery pokery to get up and running, but here we go. This has worked for me now, so let's open this up. I don't want to translate. There we go. So we've actually got the text that's been extracted from this MP4 file in English, essentially. So it's there ready for you to use. I do hope this video has been useful for you. I think there's loads of potential with Wishper. Yes, it may take a little bit of getting going, and I think that in my experience doing the manual process has been more successful than the automated script, and I suspect that's because I'm on Mac OS, and I think if you're on Linux you'll probably have an easier go of it, and also if you're running on Windows you might find that it's easier. There is a Windows installation process, but I think if you're able to follow the 5 or 6 steps to manually install the Wishper, you're probably more likely to get success. You know, it's not guaranteed, but it's a great project. It's free for everybody to use, and I think it's going to have loads of useful applications. And also it doesn't require an NVIDIA GPU necessarily to get the most out of it. You might be waiting longer for your transcriptions if you're just running on a CPU, but that's fine. I think it's worthwhile giving it a go. Be interesting to hear if you're using Whishper, and also if you're finding that there are any limitations that in my initial testing I've not come across. Please leave a comment if you're transcribing hours and hours of audio via Wishper and how long it's taking, because that's something I don't really know about just yet.